What's up, guys? STO has been pumping for the past 3 days, and it's funny that I didn't notice until a few hours ago. I've been away from the charts for over 2 weeks now because I've been waiting for BTC to get to a certain level to clear my bias, but it has been going up and down without getting to that level. So I decided to stay away from the charts for my sanity and peace of mind. But today I decided to just take a look at what's happening in the market, and I discovered that STO has pumped over 20x from 0.05 to over $1 on Bybit. And it seems that the whales are not stopping anytime soon. But for me, I'm wondering, where will STO get to? Can STO get to $2? Can STO get to $3? What is my trading bias? First of all, if you've been following my videos, you know I use a strategy called ICC, indication, correction, and continuation, and I want to solely focus on that. So as long as ICC is concerned, I have no business longing this token. This token has pumped over 20x. What am I longing for? Why am I in a long? And you know, for every pump, there will always be a retracement. Whether it's an uptrend or a downtrend, there will always be ups and downs. From uptrend, price goes up, retraces, and continues going up. So for a downtrend, price goes down, goes up a bit, and continues going down. So here we have been seeing impulsive move. Even if I go down to the 4 hour time frame, you see that there is no correction on the 4 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, you see very tiny correction. These are not even correction, because if you start waiting for them, you miss them. So this has been a strong impulsive move from 0.05 all the way to $1, and definitely we should expect a correction or a reversal or something. But if you are longing this token at this point, I believe you're taking a very big risk. And as with every crime pump, one thing is certain: price will always come down to where it started pumping from. Look at what happened to Siren. Siren is back at zero point 0.2, and very soon we will see one extra zero added to Siren. So for every crime pump, you always know there will be a dump. So for now, I will not be looking for long positions. What I'll be doing is waiting to see when price starts reversing, correcting, and waiting for a shot. But right now, for many people that are not conversant with technical analysis and they don't want to spend a lot of time on the chart, what I decide to do is, once I see a very big prime pump like this, instead of breaking my head analyzing the chart, what I do is I set a little margin where I see the price for a short once the funding rate has reduced, because the funding rate is still a bit high right now. It's still about negative 0.5. So that's a very high funding rate, because if you're going to hold this token for about 24 hours, you almost lose your margin in funding fees. So I just set a little margin for a short, and knowing that it will still fall. So I'm setting that margin for a short. I can decide to hold that trade for several hours or a few days, and it will eventually fall, instead of just waiting to catch the top and missing out on the trade and trading emotionally. So for me, I will not be longing this token because it has pumped over 20x. Instead, I'll be waiting for a reversal to short. There are not many levels to look at, but since price got to $1, it has been creating a support around 0.847. So there are two things: is either price continues on an uptrend. Once price crosses 0.96, there's a likelihood of price continuing on an uptrend to break the already high, to break the all-time high that we have here already. Then if price breaks below 0.84, there is a likelihood that price is reversing. Price could easily reverse to this point here, 0.633. It make some few highs, some few lows, dally around and dump again, as we've seen with several time pumps. So for now, longing this token will not be wise in my opinion, even though there is still chances of an uptrend. In fact, we are still in an uptrend because we are still having higher highs. We have not had any lower lows. For us to start seeing downtrend, we need to start seeing lower highs and lower lows, and we are still on an impulsive move. So for those of you that are interested in trading this token, I'll say just sit on your hands, or if you want to short, you can just open the short with a little margin and wait. For this kind of short, you don't have to put an SL. That means you really have to put a very small margin, okay, so that you don't miss out on anything. But if you still want to put an SL, you can put an SL at the amount you can afford to risk or to lose on this trade. So that's it. I'll be waiting for a massive reversal and the short will be epic. Although shorts don't pay as much as longs. Imagine longing STO from 0.05 to 0.96. With $15, you get almost 2.5k. But even if you're shorting from here to 0.05 with $15, you get max maybe 200 or $300. So, but still, it's better than nothing. And I'll just be looking at this for a short. So let me know what you think about STU. Were you longing before now? Are you waiting for a short like me? And do you think the wheels are just getting started? So that's it from me for STO. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.